Whether we're doing network maintenance or network troubleshooting, change is something that's going to happen. In fact, one of the first questions we ask someone if we're doing troubleshooting is, did anything recently change? Because oftentimes a change can introduce an issue. We have to realize, though, that change is a necessary element. We need to make updates. We need to apply security patches. We need to replace failed equipment. We need to grow and install new equipment. Change has to happen. However, when that change happens, that can introduce new issues. And for that reason, one of the first things we check when we're doing troubleshooting is to check to see, has anything changed? And there needs to be some sort of a system in place to track those changes. And a system like that, and there are various software packages that will do this, this system is called a change control system. One of the big benefits of having a change control system or a procedure in place is to let different team members know what other team members are doing. And here's a true story to illustrate this concept. I remember when I was working down at Walt Disney World, we were working on a design that would upgrade the network that interconnected the theme parks and some of the resorts. It would interconnect the Magic Kingdom and Epcot and the studios and Animal Kingdom. And I had worked for weeks on this. We had mocked it up in a lab. I had gone before a design review board and had to defend why I had Spanning Tree configured as I did, and we were ready to make this upgrade to the Disney World backbone. But before we did that, I sent out a change control notification. I was letting other departments know within Disney that this change was going to be made at this certain time on this night. Because Walt Disney World in Florida, it was connected to ABC News in New York. It was connected to Paul Harvey Radio in Chicago. It was connected to Disneyland out in Anaheim, California. And we wanted to make sure that the work that we were doing on the Disney World backbone would not impact any of those other sites. So I filled out this online change control notification and waited to see if anybody had a problem with it. Nobody did. Awesome. We were ready to go. We show up about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. We go into the tunnel system underneath the Magic Kingdom, and we swap out the switches. We move the fiber cables, lights start blinking, everything looks good. But then we go back to our office and notice that something is not working, specifically email. And as we dug deeper, we realized that all of the Disney.com domain email was not working. Everybody from Michael Eisner to Mickey Mouse could not get email. This caused us a bit of concern in the wee hours of the morning. Was this just a coincidence? We had just done this upgrade on the Disney World backbone, and now nobody's email worked. Were those events related or not? And we were concerned that, for some unknown reason, the upgrade we did had broken email. Well, when the email team got in, and they did some more investigating, they realized that it wasn't related to our change at all. What had happened was that someone out in Anaheim, California replaced an ATM module, and that had caused the email to break. And they had neglected to send out a change control notification. So I had no idea that that change was being made, and it caused a lot of stress for myself and for others during the wee hours of that morning. And I'll tell you this story to emphasize the point that everybody on the team, everybody on the IT staff needs to know about these changes taking place. And when I say that we should go through a formal procedure like this, a formal change control procedure to notify others of a change, I'm not talking about a situation where maybe there's an urgent condition and we know by giving a couple of commands on the router that we could resolve that condition. I don't mean that we always have to do a change control notification beforehand. Sometimes if something is really urgent, we know exactly how to fix it. We might need to just fix it and then notify our teammates afterwards. But if you have a planned maintenance window when you're going to be doing some sort of an upgrade or some sort of a equipment swap, I would encourage you to have some sort of a formalized change control procedure in place so that your coworkers know what you're doing, and then when they observe something, they've got that data point that you were making that change, and that can play into their troubleshooting.